All right, we are live. Just had to fix some thumbnails, but now I have it up. It should come up. Yes, okay, that's good. Salute Mo Boxing. Good to see you here. Um, saw you drop a video the other day. So you got the content up and running again, which is good. I actually like Mo Boxing. A little better as opposed to your original name, but yeah, I think there's some good news this week. Um, Nothing is set in stone yet, but at the end of the day, you know, time reveals all, um, if not most. And we got a guy that has lost his mind. Um, what can I say? What can I say? This guy literally has no clue what he's on about. I just watched an interview on IFL TV where Luke was doing an interview and he's saying he's not training, and then the next minute he's saying yesterday was the last time he sparred. So yeah, salute to Sean Thompson. Thank God Decon Watcher has returned. Yeah, I've returned. Decon? What does that mean? Maybe I'm not reading that right. But yeah, salute to you. Yeah, so that was about 2 hours ago that was uploaded, that IFL TV interview. And he looks pretty drawn out in the face. He doesn't look healthy. He does not look healthy at all. Now he said he was drinking, but then he also said that I could have 14 pints of lager or whatever. So that kind of implies that he could, which means he might not. But regardless, he's not in good shape. He's not. And it's either really one of the two. Either he's going to come in pretty light for the rematch, or he's going to come in even heavier. I don't think there'll be any middle ground with him. But the guy is screwed, really. He's screwed up in the head. I mean, I always questioned him all those years ago. He has no credibility at all. I mean, he's one of the heavyweight champions in the history of the sport who still has not made a defense of his title. He has held every championship belt in boxing there is, in terms of world titles, and he's still not been able to defend a single one. I mean, can we just establish that? Literally, this guy is not committed to the sport like he says he is. He's not committed at all. It's just crazy. I mean, you just have a good think about that. They have no clue what they're on about at all. I mean, Deacon. Yeah, I don't know what Deacon is. I don't know what Deacon is. Just K, salute. I've not seen you here before, but salute to you. Good that you're here. 15 minutes ago, Fury Channel said the contracts is being passed around to finalize AJ versus Fury. Oh, Deacon. Okay, now I get you. What channel is that? Put it in the thing. Nothing. Oh, Deacon. Okay, now I know what that means. Like a damn priest or someone that's below a priest. Okay, I get that. I wouldn't say I'm one of those, man, but I know you're kind of joking in a way. But dude, Joshua versus Fury isn't happening. It's not happening. It's not happening at all. In fact, let me bring up a calendar because this is something that very few people talk about. This is something very few people talk about, and they just act like you know, it's some freaking, you know, it's some joke, right? Let me just push this calendar up. So you mean to tell me that if the fight is being finalized this weekend, okay? This weekend, you mean to tell me that because we're on the, well, I'm on the, where am I? 13th, right? Okay, cool. So you've got that. It will be announced on a weekend. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, hold on. 4, 8, 6, 7. Yeah. 4, 8, 7 weeks. So you mean to tell me that when? Let me see what that fool said, Deshaun. Because he has no credibility either. He's still in mediation. No, he's still in arbitration. That's what I heard. They moved on to arbitration. So that's what they were getting at. They were in arbitration. They still are in it, So let me see what that fool said. To be signed for Dallas Stadium. For Dallas Stadium, huh? For Dallas Stadium. So hold on a minute. What's his source? What's his source? He has no source. There's a bunch of cartoons everywhere. I'm not asked that. I'm actually asking the dude right now. Source? Where's the source? He's put a bunch of clips up on the video. I want to see the source. Where is the source? Hold on. Let me just mute myself for a minute. So let me get this straight. Because I watched like a minute or two of that. Okay. Yeah, Deshaun. Yeah. But what I'm saying is that how is it getting signed when Fury's in arbitration? Because that's super illegal. And then you got Fury saying he knows nothing about it. See, again, you can't believe what Hearn says because again, this is the same shit you did with Wilder saying, oh, he's just got to sign. Yeah, but you've got to actually send something that equates to what the original offer was. Yeah, it's not happening. I don't know why people are getting so uptight about this. The fight's not happening. Okay. You mean to tell me two British fighters are gonna in a pandemic, by the way, are gonna fill 70,000 seats in Dallas, in Texas, in America, where people are very picky about their sports. People are passionate, but they're very, you know, A lot of people like one sport, and boxing is just not that thing over there. It's not like football or basketball or baseball. It's below. And you bring two foreign fighters, one that lost here, one that had 3 controversial fights here. So yeah, of course it's not happening. I mean, you guys are silly. I don't believe everything Fury says, but I tell you what I believe in when saying that there's been no developments. But you mean to tell me that for these fighters, including Joshua, you mean to tell me that what? Joshua's going to have 7 I don't care what that dude says to Sean. Yeah, I don't care what he says. You know, I just care what Wilder says. That's what I care about. Him and Shelley, because I can, those two they say it how it is. You know, um, you know, but again, dude, you can't just it's not happening. Period. Okay, I've never seen a fan base in my whole life clamor for a fight so desperately. Like even when Joshua and Wilder was getting discussed, people weren't giving it the same energy. I don't know why. It's probably because they didn't want Joshua to get in the ring, and they got their wish, you know. But their feelings are going to get hurt because they're getting strung along with this whole thing. They're getting strung along. They're being told, hey, um, it's happening, it's happening, it's happening. Since since June last year, we were told it was getting locked in. I mean, we got channels out here saying that everything is good. The contracts are there. All they've got to do is sign it. Has Anthony Joshua signed the contract? You can't. Everyone look at what everyone does. Like, I'm not a Fury fan, but look, everyone's blaming Fury for the fight not happening. Maybe it's Joshua maybe Fury has signed it, and he's just acting. Maybe it's Joshua who hasn't signed it. You see how already they're picking a side to discredit one? Yeah. Which I don't blame them for, but again, that's what you're getting. It's hilarious, man. It is a bit boring as well, to be fair. But like I said, Fury is not fighting in June against Joshua. Now, against another opponent, maybe. He might try to sneak one in, But, they don't know what they're talking about. They have no clue what they're talking about at all. They don't have a reality. Their logic is extremely flawed in this situation. It's been over a year since Wilder and Fury fought. And Wilder has it on lock. He has it all on lock. He's in much better control. I also keep hearing people, putting other names out there like Andy Ruiz and, this and that. It's like, you're serious, right? Like you think that Andy Ruiz and Wilder are going to fight. Do you not understand he's fighting Areola? Like, it's crazy. Like, they're trying to find a way. It's like, oh, well, we can pick your opponents for you, Like, I don't get that shit, man. Hey, how you doing, Black Star Sports TV 2? Hey, I need everyone to subscribe to his channel because there's some funny business going on with his original. I still see your videos. I don't click on them because I just don't want anything to trace if I click on your video because with all that with stuff like hacking and this and that, you never know. If whoever wants to jump on can jump on as well. They are more than welcome. But I need you guys to subscribe to Black Star Sports TV 2. And if you haven't subscribed to his original, do so there as well. Because the man does good content, Brotherhood, how you doing, man? Actually, I'm going to check your channel out now as well. I got a few things to send out here. Go check out the Brotherhood's channel as well. He covers all the controversial topics. Oh man, boxing's a funny one, isn't it? It is a funny one, you know. What the hell? Who the fuck is Jabari? Hold on a minute. Can't remember that. But yeah, I mean, look, this whole situation is just ridiculous. I mean, the desperation, you know, is just nuts. Yeah, all good, Blackstar. All good. Yeah, there's been some crazy shit flying around. I mean, even the news about Joseph Parker, that was nuts. I'm like, what in the heck is going on here? You know? I'm like, no way that can be true. No way that can be true. Like that's some I mean that to me seems like some reaching, you know? Like legit, you know? It's good we got some people supporting each other in the chat. Let me see. Like the fight ain't happening and that's it. Like what don't you understand? It's not happening, man. They're not doing it. It's just it's not it's not a possibility at this point. It's not even in the realm of reality, you know? No one is doing it. I'll be back in a sec, guys. Just give me a second. Yeah, Mr. Shelton. I'll be right back, people. Converse in the chat. I'll be right back. Couple minutes. Okay, good. Let me know if you guys can hear any background noise. We're just chilling here. All right, good. Yeah, if Black Star Sports TV is still there, I assume he heard about the whole Sean Porter and Terence Crawford thing. You know, I warned Sean months ago though that all these antics that are happening, you know, they catch up, and they have. I mean, we got guys that are just not willing to do the thing, to actually step in and do the business. But this is ridiculous. I mean, and everyone's taking the whole Errol Spence thing out of context. That's crazy. For me though, Sean, I told Sean, and this stream can be free for any other topic as well, but you should have jumped on it. I mean, he's saying he's ready in May. You're ready in May. So you're ready in what, 6 weeks? Okay. I'm sure you're ready in 6 weeks, Sean. I've only seen start a bit of your training like 2 weeks ago. So I don't think you are ready. And I don't think Crawford's ready either, because he had some problem with his leg. So I'm just a little unsure as to how these people can be ready, like physically, because Sean looks like a heavyweight now. I mean, this is just some ridiculousness. I had to come here and listen to my brother Watcher while DraftKings and FanDuel take my money. Hey, you shouldn't be doing that. I don't do none of that. Hey, at least you won't lose it with this fantasy fight. So they go bring over 2 British fighters to Dallas. Okay. You can't get more foreign than that. Can someone make that make sense to me? Because that doesn't make any sense to me. I mean, they don't even know what they're talking about now. It was in Singapore. It was in Vegas. It's in Bahrain. It's in Abu Dhabi. It's in Saudi Arabia. It's in England. It's in Australia. It's in China or Japan. Now it's in Dallas, Texas. They've completely lost their way of promoting this. But a lot of fans are going to get their heart broken. I will tell you that now. They will get their heart broken because it's not happening. I would love for the person that's running this arbitration, though, to haul ass a bit, because I think that this is taking a bit too long. But at the end of the day, let's see what you've said here. Ugas wants 50-50. Lol, the new Bud Crawford. Yeah, we can talk about that. You want to talk about that? You know what? That Ugas is a funny guy, So, I sent you that email, by the way, Blackstar. On your new email as well. The one that starts with R. So he wants 50-50, huh? Because Blue Blood reported that. He's got what do you call it? Sources. Thank you. He's got sources. So he wants 50-50. Okay. So you beat number 6 ranked Ramos. No one knows who you are. You lost to Sean Porter, who Errol beat. And as I look at that fight more, that win is more convincing. You won the regular. You were given the super. And now you want 50-50. Okay, cool. Does he actually want the fight? Okay, that's good. Because he doesn't want the fight. When you start asking for that, that means you don't want the fight. That's like, please, no, I don't want the fight. That's the translation. That's the translation to it all. So, again, honestly, I think this is one of Errol Spence's most personal fights. This is personal now. You've talked all this nonsense and rubbish about Errol for years upon years and now as well. Saying that I don't think Errol would fight me because, Errol would avoid me. I'm not a known fighter. Well, he just directly said to you that you're next. And now you turn around and say, oh, well, I want 50-50. Okay, cool. You ain't getting it, though. You're getting less. But you know what? What do you expect? I mean, Look, he's good friends with Terence. He beat him. Terence probably said to him, "Well, I don't want to get back with you." Look the other week, right? When Joseph Parker fought Junior Farr, both of them were 2-2 in the amateurs. They had 2 wins over each other each. And what did Parker do? He separated himself and he beat him in the pros. So he wins. He's got the upper edge. He got his get back. Terence didn't do that. Catching out like Bud, he knows like Bud, they get wrecked. Yeah. Look how many obstacles Errol has to go through for Undisputed compared to Canelo's easy route to Undisputed. Yeah. So let's name everyone. So Crawford don't want it, and Ugas don't want it because those are the last 2. Okay. We got one that won 60-40. Well, both won 50-50. Yeah. So 10%, right? Yeah. Have you ever heard of such a thing in your life? What's this all about anyway? The difference in how much they will get compared to their other fights is just astronomical. So I don't understand. And if you win, you get even more. See, these guys, they have to learn from Wilder. Wilder taught these guys the way. You take the low end, and then when you win, if you win, you get more. Because he took the flat fee for the Joshua fight. But they screwed around with that. None of those other guys have done it. Look at Spence. He took the short end of the stick when he went to fight Kell Brook. Okay? Because that was the fucking guy at that time. Yeah. But see, Blackstar, they're taking the comments that he made on that stream yesterday. Yeah, Deshaun. Yeah, okay, cool. I mean, he can say what he wants, but whatever. Look, 10% drives me fucking nuts. Okay, over that small of a margin, tells me you don't want it. You're not known. No one knows who you are. You're only known because Errol's name is in your mouth. I mean, what the hell is this shit? Really? I mean, let me look him up. What's he saying now? Hey, look at him. Look at him. Look, in March he said, I won my first title 7 years ago. Yeah. But we're not talking about back then. Here we go once again. We're going back down to elementary school. I don't know how the education system is over there in the US, but, this is varsity now. We're not in elementary school anymore, This is varsity. So all that I don't give a shit about. That was good back then. That means nothing now. When you retire, then it will mean something, but it means jack shit now. The real thing that's bugging me, though, is the Sean Porter situation. Yeah. Because you got to understand, mandatories will be fulfilled. You know what I mean? The mandatories would be fulfilled. There wouldn't be this mess. Because he didn't take the fight, because Joshua didn't take it, we're in this mess now. But yeah, what is Terence Crawford? See, when we talk about Terence Crawford at the prom, yeah, like we mean that because he's saying just be on standby. For what? What do we need to be on standby for? For you? Are you that important? I mean, yeah, you're a world champion, but I mean, when have you heard Errol say that? Stand by. No, I will not stand by. Thank you very much. And look at Sean just go back into his shell, hey? He let him say that to him. over, being over a keyboard. You know, I'm telling you, man, Sean's lost it. He's not the fighter I once knew, man. He's not, and he looks like a heavyweight, which means he's struggling with the weight cut. I told you, I called this back. I called this shit back in March, man. I called it back in March. Sorry, in January, even a bit of December. Jump on this fight so these things can't be spread around and so you can't get taken advantage of. Why is he saying, I'll be ready in May? You should be ready in April. You shouldn't be ready that late. You should be ready. You should have been ready at the start of this year, dude. And it would have benefited Bud because he had a fight in November. He would have been fresh going into the fight with you. He would have had more of an advantage, and you would have got more credit because you beat someone that's, fresh at the time. But because he's had time to heal that eye up, again, you didn't think of these things because you were too busy trying to be a businessman. You with your red suit and your red tie and your hat and your clip shoes, We got your father out here pushing for the fight, and you're nowhere to be seen. And Bud's just waiting. He's like, "Oh, just let me stand by." Did you hear who his next opponent might be? Did you hear who his next opponent might be? He said his next opponent might be Josecito Lopez. And that's from a pretty trusted source. Josecito Lopez, huh? So what, Keith Thurman's leftovers? So that means you got to do it better than Keith now. See, you're just putting more and more pressure on yourself for your career. How you doing, Tyrone?
Doing pretty good, not bad. How about yourself?
Oh, good, man. You come back from the gym?
Yep. Had to do pretty easy on bench, 7x5 for 240. Fairly easy work.
I imagine.
Yeah, that is.
You sound like you came back from the gym, so that's why I asked. But
yeah, I ate like quickly before I came up here too.
That's cool, man. Good. Before we get into it, I saw a clip of Leon Edwards and Bilal. And when they walked off from the weigh-in, Leon walked past him. When he walked past him, he said, "You're getting fucked up tomorrow."
I mean, he is. I mean, the guy, 2 knockouts or something like that? Oh, Edwards has million hair back.
Leon is going to fucking kill that kid.
Yeah, he'll be quick. It'll be quick. The other guy looks like he's 5'8" or 5'7". He looks so short.
Leon is 6'2", dude.
Yeah, I know. He's a big welterweight.
But he's been avoided.
Yeah, he's pretty good. I've only seen the RDA fight. That was really the only fight I saw in its entirety.
He's gonna fucking destroy that dude. But
yeah, it won't even be close.
Let me just see this. I wasn't being funny though, Blackstar. I mean, it was funny, but I wasn't being funny about that. I meant what I said. I said this will happen. Something like this will happen if he doesn't jump on it. And now we're in a situation where, I'm ready in May. You're not going to be ready in 6 weeks. Don't say that you're going to be ready in 6 weeks, because then when someone loses, there'll be excuses flying around all over the shop. I don't want to hear that shit. That's some bull crap right there about being ready in May. You should have been ready near the start of the year, dude. Because the last time you fought was in August. You're not as active as Terrence would be going into this fight, Because I know Terrence, his leg is a bit fucked up. His legs are a bit fucked up now, I heard, But if you don't get this fight and Josecito Lopez does, I don't care. But Tyrone, what do you make of the news this week? I mean, with Fury and Joshua and the whole saga there, what do you make of
it? Not much. I mean, why do some of the AJ fans or the Fury fans or some of these matchroom fans, whatever they are, believe in anything Tyson Fury says. Like, they really thought that they were going to get undisputed, and they just were like, "Oh, the Wilder problem is just that, a problem."
Oh yeah.
Happens
Well,
to their guy. I didn't say that Wilder should fight Ruiz for undisputed. Ruiz had to handle that work. But there were some people who said that Wilder had to fight Ruiz for disputed, but that was the minority of people. A lot of people knew that AJ would have pushed the issue. But had AJ not got the rematch, they would be out of their minds upset. So why can't Wilder get the rematch or get whatever he needs, get what he needs?
yeah, because they're scared, dude. Like they don't want their guy to miss out, you know. So it's like Joshua has to get his.
Dude, that real talk boxing. I mean, I do give it to him. He looks like he lost a bit of weight. He's still a fat
Oh God.
He's still a fat fuck, and he's still dumb as fuck, and he's still ugly as shit. And he knows nothing about boxing, and he should take that intro down.
That video, you see, that video I sent in the WhatsApp chat yesterday, right? Of the guy that was like crying for 14 minutes, okay? I said this is what happens when you believe in stuff like this, contract being signed. Nothing is signed, nothing's
do people honestly really care that much about the heavyweight division to begin with in the first place? I think it's already common that most people don't really care too much about this division in the first place. Why would they even want? That's a low-level fight, a Fury AJ. Fury AJ does not get me out of my seat. It doesn't. It doesn't get a lot of people up out of their seat. These are two vulnerable guys.
It would have got me out of the seat back in like 2016.
2016, but not now. Not now.
But you see, that's the damage that's been done, Tyrone, because back then I had more faith in the fighters in the division because they were actually better back then. I feel like a lot of them have regressed. I feel like they've lost their edge quite a bit. I mean,
there's only one fight I want to see in the entire heavyweight division. Only fight I care about is for Wilder to get what's deserved, is to get that one back. And they know he can get it back. That's the only fight I care about. Even if Wilder doesn't fight AJ after, I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care. I just want him to get that fight back.
Well,
because for me, he would have done pretty much all he could do, really. Beating AJ proves what for him? A lot of people would make Wilder the favorite in an AJ fight anyway.
You sure about that? Try telling that to
well, normal boxing fans. Anybody with eyes, right, can see this. No, everybody in this division is flawed, but the only extraordinary part of this entire division, only thing that's a game changer, that's wow, I'm writing it down, is Wilder's power. Everybody else is average.
I'm telling you, man. He's like a hybrid, you know. We'll not see someone like that ever again. That's why
power, no.
I'm soaking him up, you know. Like I'm a fan. I'm allowed to be a fan, you know. When people going about, oh, I'm a fan of the sport, you know. Yeah, but really, you are a fan of a certain fighter. I mean, you know, come on, that's just how it works. That's just how it all works, you know. But again, look, the fight ain't happening. Okay, it went from Singapore to China to Japan to England to Saudi Arabia to Bahrain to now Texas. We got Showbiz the adult, huh? We got him making videos saying it's signed, sealed, and delivered. Well, okay, let's see it because 5 weeks ago we were told it's done. It's clearly not done, so I want to see it. You know, let's see. When I say I want to see it, I want to see you guys try actually back up your shit because
Fury is probably the most overrated fighter in boxing today.
He looks in yeah, exactly, Black Star. That's it. Exactly. He doesn't look in good shape.
He's never in good shape. There's never been from him. What was like only performance that I thought from him was good was Christian Hammer. And he was using.
Yeah, and he was using in that fight. So we don't actually know really what he could do. But I think if he fights Wilder, which he should, right? That's the fight that must happen. He's either going to come in very light or he's going to come in even heavier than 273. I don't think there'll be any middle ground. I think he'll try come in there heavier than 273 because
they'll mess him up. They'll mess him up. He'll get knocked out.
Yeah, it will, but he probably thinks that I did it once, so I can just put on a few more pounds.
Deep down, he doesn't believe that, but he'll make it so that what everybody else says, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
he'll try to hype himself up like he believes what he did, but deep down, he knows that what he needs to do is come in very lighter, even lighter than the first fight, and get on that fucking bike and play it safe. But he's going to be put on pressure because, Javon Hill isn't very smart. So he just he takes everything at face value. So he's in on it. So he's just going to have him put on the weight and say, oh, we can do it again. Nah,
we do a crunk style, mother effer. There ain't such thing as a crunk style, though, is there? Because they fight differently, these fighters. So don't tell me there's a crunk style, because that's some bullshit. That's some mythical crap that we're talking about. But I was watching the first fight last night. I watched 3 rounds. We're in the corner of Wilder, and we see Breland, Black Star Sports' favorite coach, as you know.
Uh-huh. A salute and Deshaun Thompson salute.
We see Mark, and all I hear from him is throw the straight right hand. Mark, he's been throwing the straight right hand for the fucking past 3 rounds. Can you please tell him something different? Maybe throw it to the body like he instinctively would, or rather than tell the fighter how to throw the punch with the technique, why don't you just tell him? Because if I'm in that corner in the 3rd round, okay, good, we're relaxed now. We've got the steam off, okay? You're not as anxious anymore. Just hit him to the body and pump the jab to his chest. Don't even worry about hitting him to the head. Don't worry about trying to knock him out. Let's just pick him apart and just press him and pick him apart. That's what we can do. When you start, because you see how people say Wilder relies on his right hand. Well, why do you think that is? We see Mark always mentioning the right hand. Throw it straight, throw it straight, throw it straight. So Wilder's like, oh shit, I need to throw it. I need to just throw the right hand because I'm not getting told to, do anything else. And that's a shit coach. I don't even know why I went past that, but it's relevant because I watched it last night a bit. And I was tired from the gym, so I'm like, screw it. Let me watch this fight on my TV. And I mean, yeah,
PBC should take down the second fight.
He should take down the second fight?
PBC should.
That uploaded it within the same hour as Top Rank.
Yeah, Top Rank.
Man, they've thrown him under the bus a bit, I think.
Yeah, and it's just really, it's not it, man.
No, it's not.
What he's done for PBC, dude. He's a face of PBC, man.
Yep. Just like you see all those other fighters below in those other weight divisions, they should be really respecting him a little more. I'm not saying all of them, but there's a good bunch of them down there. Like, look at what Jamal said the other month. What was that? I mean, there's a picture. Let me bring a picture up, actually. I'm going to bring a picture up.
1 sec, I'll be back.
Yeah, no problem. I can't wait for Black Star to get running again. Hey, Black Star, they got to give you your channel back, though. I mean, it is still up, I got to find this picture. Here it is. Hold on a minute. Oh, let me just find this beauty. It's funny because the Dillian White fight's not far away either. Oh, no. Man, that's going to be a funny one. Let's hope Povetkin can do it again. Because I can't be bothered with Dillian running his mouth That's another one that keeps talking shit about Wilder. See, all these fighters overlook fighters and fights, and they end up losing. And then they make excuses after they lose, you know?
Yeah, if he loses again, that'll be. I think I'll be like this. I think he should hang him up, Dillian White. I think you should hang him up if you lose again.
I think so. I think so as well. I think so as well. I forgot what fight this was, but you know, like how
Yeah, that right there is the people who make the most money in PBC, point blank.
Yeah, pretty much.
Honestly, from left to right, I think. Well, yeah, left to right, left to right.
Yep.
Broner and Spence are close second and third, and Wilder is just way ahead of them.
Even Spence said it. See, I really appreciate that from Spencer, the respect that he gives to Wilder. That to me is really like he has humility. You know, he has that respect. You know, Keith has it as well for Wilder. He's got a good relationship with Wilder. I remember remember Radio Raheem asked Adrian Broner, who do you have between Wilder or Joshua? And then Broner's like, I got Wilder. And then he dropped the N-word. He's like, yeah, I got Wilder. Wilder's my boy. Yeah. You know, like, man. But you know, see, they're in my good books, those four. You know?
I don't see the wait, I don't see the Charlos there. Where are they? Interesting.
I don't know. Maybe they're at their fight. Who knows?
Probably somewhere in the back.
I would love for Jamal to actually explain himself, because you know me, I'm a Jamal fan. I really do like.
I wasn't on, but I was in the chat at Clarence got somebody who looked like the Charles, but I could tell by his voice he wasn't, and I didn't realize until he said it that was the older brother.
Yeah.
The older brother. I didn't know they were three. They might be 4 or 5. I mean, who knows? But I didn't know there was another one. No idea. He did about his younger brother as well. He said that Jamel lost, or he said something. He said something. Jamel was loading up too much. That's why he lost the first time. I thought Jamel beat Tony Harrison the first time. Clearly.
I thought he lost clearly.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, but no, it's opinion is opinion. But yeah, I was like, is that Jamal? Black's not Jamal.
Oh, but I was like, when did Jamal get extensions?
Yeah, I'm like, and then extensions. He's got the hair like right up. You know, he's got the gold at the top. You know, but yeah, I'm like, oh, that's definitely one of the Charlos now, because
yeah,
you know,
yeah, I had. Like, he said that his brother was loading up. His brother Jamal does load up way too much, but I still thought that he beat Harrison the first time. I was actually surprised that they called it for Harrison. Really just pity padded, but that second fight though, Harrison was winning till he got stopped. The fuck.
I like Jared Hurd.
I don't know if he's the same guy like he used to be. He looks like all the confidence is just drained. You know, a lot of PBC haters actually like Jarrett Hurd.
Yeah.
I know some, I don't know if you know this, but somebody named Boxing Truth, he loved Jarrett Hurd at one point. Some other guys too. Jarrett Hurd did all the heavy lifting though. I won't lie.
Oh yeah. Did Canelo achieve that at 154?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think he did he? Because the only guy left was Jamel for Jarrett. But, you know, then he lost, and then Julian lost, and then Jamel got it all, almost.
If Jamel had beat Hurd, I could have turned in my Jamel hater card. I could have turned it in or ripped it up or something.
I think
go ahead.
I think that now Jamel would beat him. I think back then, though, Hurd gives him hell.
Now, yeah. Yeah, I have to see
back then
a real fight right now, but
that pressure would be something else.
He's not right. Who plays?
Yeah, I don't know.
The older Charlo brother.
Jamal. What about Jamal?
Nah, Black Star said he plays football. I'm guessing he's talking about the older
Yeah, the guy that was on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the real big Charlo.
I wonder if the real Big Charlo has fights with what do you call it? The other brothers.
Probably when they were growing up. I don't know what happened. That's crazy. Yeah, they all look the same. Me and my brother don't look alike at all.
You sound the same.
We do, but we look totally different.
You see, you say I heard Dr. Mel. Like, see, I don't know the situation there. I've just seen them confront each other a bunch
I
of
knew
times.
he had that mandatory coming up. That's not an excuse. That's not an excuse, but there was something happened after the Lara fight.
You notice they all do this shit. They always do this shit though when Wilder's fighting. Like, remember he beat that English dude on the Wilder Fury undercard in 2018, and Jamel hopped in the ring. Like, are we really trying to like steal the show here? Can like it's good that you got in the ring, but you got all this other time to do it, and you want to do it for this big fight. I mean, this is just I don't understand.
I think it adds to it. I don't mind all that stuff unless
Man, those English fans don't know who they are.
I wouldn't. I don't mind him coming to the ring unless the fight played out. But I mean, he went in there and lost to J Rock.
Mm.
That wasn't.
I'm telling you, J Rock is lucky he didn't fight Jamel. He should consider himself very lucky because he will not last 5 rounds with him. I'm telling you, he can't take a punch, man. He cannot take a punch.
Yes, yeah. I think that's definitely a better fight than Rosario. But I think Jamel would probably get to him at some point.
Ah, that's who I want to roast. Tim Tszyu.
What happened?
Man,
Is he fighting Dennis Hogan?
these Australian fighters, man, I'm telling you, I can't ever support them.
What did he do?
He's talking. Hey, Black Star's going to get mad at this watch. He's going to get mad. He's like, I beat Brian Castano. The WBO belt was mine. You're trying to get in the way. You're trying to get in the way.
No, not that. Nothing will happen. It's gonna become.
No. Just let me say, right? Again, right? His goal is to get that belt and hold it. He don't want to fight Jamel because when that name has been brought up, it's been this and that. You know, he's fighting Jamal's leftovers from a different weight division because they fought at a different weight division. You know?
Yeah.
So, again, you are in the little leagues. You're fighting leftovers of someone's older brother, of the guy that is unified in the weight division below, in your weight division. You got work to do, okay? Don't start getting in people's way. I know nothing will happen, but again, when you talk, it's the same with Gambosos and Teofimo. Yeah. When you talk, all of that, you must back it up when you get in there. Because Gambosos, he won't back it up. But, you know, I also can't wait to see Teofimo lose. So there's kind of that, you know,
he's also on my pound for pound overrated.
Yeah.
Make a pound for pound overrated list. Tyson Fury is definitely number 1. Who else we've got in there, man? We've got a couple of guys on my overrated list. Teofimo Lopez for sure is up there. Triple G.
Tony Yoka. Who else? Josh Kelly was up there.
He's done now. Joshua still to an extent.
No. I mean, that's still my guy. You know. It might not seem like it, but, you know. Yeah, I heard Gambosos call that tank. That's not what you want to do. See, you cannot call people's like. See, Tank's a little different to all the rest of that weight division. Like, he's just mentally a bit different. Like, you see that look in his face. Like, he's like a fucking lion. He's a big male lion with a big mane, just sitting there. And if you like call his name or disturb him, he's gonna just look at you with that bold face.
I thought
And
Tank versus Leo was like Tank fighting a girl, dude. It was like a guy versus a girl.
no, what?
I thought it really was because he couldn't.
You got some weird things, man. You got some weird ones.
He could not hurt Tank.
He didn't need to.
He was like, and then
Well,
Tank
Tank had to work for that one. He had to work for that one.
He just waited for it. If you had asked him after the fight, he would tell you it wasn't that hard.
Of course, he would say that because that's ego.
No. There's some fights like Pedraza. He said was not easy, but Leo, he probably would have told you it was hard. It was easy work.
I like this fight.
Yeah.
Who have you got in that? Just give me a sec. Hold on.
Think Tank.
Yeah. You think Tank?
Yeah.
My thing is this, right? For me, when Tank hurts someone, he doesn't admire it. He gets it done. With Prograis, I just don't know. I feel like Prograis, it's easy to outwork him. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's easy to just like if you're into a rhythm, I think he isn't very good at like getting back into it. He's just got a very strange way of going about his business in the ring. But I don't know, man. There's some heavy beef there. Boy, is there ever. You can go ahead.
Yeah, I think it's just gonna come down to mindset, man. I think a Prograis, sometimes he's glad to be here, dude. Well, just that Taylor fight for me, dude. He looked like he kind of gave up those last couple of rounds or the midway. He gave up at that point in the fight. He didn't push the issue.
You see, these fighters talk about how fit they are, but they're not very fit, are they? They're tired by the middle of the fight. Yeah. It's probably a mental thing, really. Like, I don't know, something goes on in their brain, I don't know.
It'll be hard. It'll be hard. But
yeah, that will be a hard fight. But
power, he'll knock Prograis out.
Yeah, if he lands clean, he knocks him out. I mean, Tank is something else, I'm telling you. I mean, like, mentally, there's just something about him. I can't wait till Teofimo loses, though. I really can't wait.
Yeah, he'll be losing fairly soon.
I don't know who it'll be to, but it'll be to someone. It might be an upset even.
And they're doing the Triller stuff, and they're trying to get casuals involved. This thing's not going to take.
Yep.
My opinion.
What is this? Okay. Oh shit! Hold on a minute. In 10 minutes, Mo Boxing is going live.
All right, we can just switch over if you want.
I think we will switch over in about 10 minutes.
Cool.
But can't wait for that fight. I'll put the link in the chat. Actually,
okay.
I'll put it in the chat so people can go to it. This was unplanned. This stream as well. I just went on because I was a bit bored. But I'm gonna listen to
tomorrow. I don't know if you watch the midget weight divisions, but I know I think Laws talked about some other people, but Estrada versus Chocolatito. I'm going to go against the grain here. I think Chocolatito will beat him again.
I mean, that's my thoughts.
Yeah.
I mean, like
how many Estrada has gotten recently?
Look, dude, if I'm fighting someone like that, we're doing MMA instead because I'm taking them down and I'm doing an Usman on them. You know, like those guys are full of shit. I mean, then like for me, I don't know, dude. Like they're just like for me, Cecilia Breakus. I'd rather watch her fight than those two fight.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind watching Chocolatito, to be honest.
I don't mind watching him either. I feel like the ways that he is lost, it's like, you really lost in those ways? Like, you got knocked out like that? Come on, dude.
He was really devastated by Rungvisai.
Like, is he is he from Thailand, that Rungvisai?
Yeah.
Really, man? To that level you're losing to?
Well,
and it was a left hand, wasn't it? Or was it a right hook?
Yeah, it was a right hook.
I don't get it. I don't get the guy.
But he's fighting Estrada now. Yeah, Estrada beat Rungvisai, but Rungvisai beat Estrada the first time. They should do a trilogy there, but Estrada's
just Estrada, isn't he? I don't know, man. I'm a casual. I don't know much about Estrada. I've seen some of his fights. I don't know who they were against. I know he fought Chocolatito
twice.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Fought, who else did he just fight? Dwayne Beeman. He was a guy out from here. He fought, I'm pretty sure.
Dwayne Beeman?
Dwayne Beeman. Yeah.
What about Stormy Beeman?
Nah. Stormy Beeman would probably knock him out.
He probably would, you know. He'll probably talk he'll probably get inside his head.
Yeah. Before the fight starts.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you think about I would laugh if Ellis pulls this off tomorrow versus David.
You mean Charlo?
No. Ellis versus Benavidez is tomorrow on Showbox.
Ellis Charlo. That's Charlo. Dude, I thought it was Charlo when that poster came out. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, what the heck?
Damn,
no.
Like Charlo. Rungvisai, Quadras, yes. Estrada lost to Chocolatito. Chocolatito lost to Rungvisai. Quadras lost to Estrada twice. He lost to Estrada twice.
I don't know who these little itty dudes are, man. Like, I've seen them here and there, but why do these guys in the smaller weight divisions talk the most shit?
You've got to ask them, probably because they're not making any money.
They're getting enough. They should be grateful, you know. Jeez, man.
You can only do so much at 5'2", 5'3".
You know, I heard that Ellis's manager is Amit Ona.
No, I don't think so. Is that true?
Yeah.
How'd that happen?
I'm kidding. It didn't.
Well, there's no way.
Dude, I was thinking about that manager the other day. I'm like, what other scenario could I put him in, like, where he'd be so pissed? Like, I'm talking like just a boxing one as well. Like, could you imagine him and Chisora at a press conference? That would be ridiculous. He'd be like, he'd call him a donkey or something, I think. Don't laugh at me. Dude, that is his rage is so funny. I love it, dude. It's the funniest shit. But yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna head over to P Boxing's channel now. I don't know if this is a video or
I think it's a live.
It's a live. It looks like a live, but I hope it's not a short one. Because Mo Boxing, he's got really entertaining streams. Like, you know, he drops a lot of swear words as well.
A lot of haters that get on. It gets pretty funny.
Let me just see what his description is. Back to his ultra exam review season. Holiday drinking up to 14 pints a day. He's stopped training as he cast. Fresh start over his summer showdown with Mo didn't write this. He just copy and pasted. I'm thinking he wrote this. This could only mean two things: either he retires or we fight the end. Oh, he wrote that. Yeah, man. So everyone on stream here, go over to Mo Boxing. Hopefully we don't get some people saying that stuff about Mark Breland, and then their answer to everything is, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know.
Why would he lie? Why would he lie about spiking the water?
I don't know. He just liked the water. So here's him giving him water. Why'd he lie about it? I don't know. I don't know.
Dude, that is the freaking weirdest thing I've heard in a while. It's like, oh, you're trying to argue something. You're trying to argue this point with me, right? You're trying to argue this point, and I'm asking you, okay, like there's a picture of him, like a still shot in the fight of him like pouring the water into his mouth. So why would Mark lie about something like that? And you say to me that you don't know. I mean, what world are we living in? I don't know, man. I lose it sometimes with these people.
Why'd he spike the water? I don't know. Why'd he lie about giving him water? I don't know. I said, okay. I said, at a base level, he only said one thing that which pretty much everybody with eyes would agree with. I said, did Wilder look right in there? He said, no, he looked like he was at a rave. I was like, well, there you go. I don't think we really, there's not much. If you admit that, there's nothing to argue. We literally have nothing to argue.
Yeah.
And he admitted it. He wasn't going to sit there and lie about that, at least. Thank God. So
you see, Tyrone, the way to get them, they protest too much. And then once things start to come out, then they try to change their argument, but they can't do it because that's not how it works. So they've already lost, and there is no argument because they've already, fallen into that trap of, oh, I don't know, this is not quite full cool. You don't know. Why is the sky blue color? I don't know. They could say I don't know to every single thing.
I don't know.
Like, I guarantee you it. Maybe on this stream that Mo Boxing's going to do in about 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Damn, hit my computer again. When he does that, maybe we'll get some trolls on there or something. I don't know. But I will wrap this up here. All right. I'll be in the chat over. I'll put it in here one more time just so people know. And in about 2 minutes, Mo will be live.
All right.
So I'll see you around, Tyrone. Thank you.
Peace out.
All right.
Peace.